Will the irrepressible dark horse gallop out of town, or is the fashionista out of style? Welcome back to the 12th eviction of Big Brother 2009. Marcus and s10e86b are up just 1 week before the final. The results are in, and I'm now going to talk to the house. Big Brother house, this is Davina. You are live on Channel 4. Please do not swear.
Shock there.
Oh,
God, I got a freak there.
Marcus.
Hello, that's me.
And s10e86b.
What's up, girl?
The lines are closed. The votes have been counted and verified, and I can now reveal that the 12th person to be evicted from the Big Brother house is...
I'll see you guys in a week.
Marcus!
Thank fuck for that. Come on, you lot.
Marcus, it's now time for you to say your goodbyes. I'm coming to get you.
Don't interrupt. Oh, see you later, Lise. Well done, you lot. David, good luck, mate. Call the winner, Will do. s10e86b. Well done, mate.
I love you.
Oh, no, don't get well done with me. Oh, shit. So, well done too much.
well done.
Hey, man. Ready?
Good luck, you lot.
Well done.
Cat will be there waiting for you.
Have fun.
9, 8, 7,
No swearing.
Good luck, you lot.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Marcus, you have been evicted. Please leave the Big Brother house. Marcus,
Yeah, I can
you
hear
have been
ya.
evicted. Please leave the Big Brother house. Marcus, you have been evicted. Please leave the Big Brother house.
Oh, come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the irrepressible dark horse. It's Marcus! Come on, Marcus. Oh, look, he's going to milk it. It's as if he's the winner. Look, he won't come with me. This is going to be what it's going to be like tonight.
Thanks for coming out.
Marcus.
Thanks for coming out, son.
Marcus,
Okay.
please could you do a picture for the press? No, what's he doing? I've got no idea what he's doing. OK, listen. He's going to be out with his mullet in between his legs. The potty-mouthed wolf has finally been shown the door. Got Marcus after break.
Stay still.
Welcome back to Big Brother, and please welcome Marcus! And joining me tonight is the Peter Pan of television, who's so firm. Oh, my God. It's Andy Peters and the most fanatical BB nut around, Grace Dent. Marcus, the irrepressible dark horse has been defeated. How are you feeling?
Never been defeated. I wanted to go 3 weeks ago. People only kept me in to torture me.
No, rubbish. Come on, you're 1 week from the end. You must have just wanted to stay until the end.
Nah, well, I mean, that's the thing, you know. If I say something, I do actually mean it. I don't just flap my gums for the sake of it.
But if you wanted to leave 3 weeks ago, why didn't you walk?
Because of how many people wanted to go in the house, you know, just for gratitude's sake. No matter what anyone says or does, you know, unless you're in there, you know, you don't know what it's like.
Yeah.
You know, people say, oh, there's always things to do in there, but then when you do things and they take them away from you, you know, they just force you into a state of doing nothing, and then, you know, you only have to break the rules, and then it's sort of like that affects other people. And whereas I do like doing things that do bend the rules and that, when everyone else just sits and moans
they
all the
get
time,
upset about
yeah,
the
you have
things
to
that you've
sit and
done
listen to
and-
people moan for a whole week. It's just like, well, you know, what can you do?
What can you do? So here you are, sat with us. Andy, did the right person go tonight?
I don't think so, actually. I wanted Siavash out.
Why?
Yeah, he's so confused. He doesn't know who he is. He thinks he's got this very much holier-than-thou attitude.
Yeah, he's suddenly gone very holier than thou
really
the last
has.
week.
I mean, you were a miserable old man in that house, but...
I don't believe it!
Oh, that's wrong. You saw that. But I love that about you. And you were the only person that seems to listen to what Big Brother said, and then you'd huff and a puff, but then you'd kind of go and do it, because actually, I'll do it, because I'm here now. And I really like that about you.
Thank you very much.
Grace, what did you think of Marcus?
Marcus, I'm not going to lie to you. I've had my ups and downs with you as a character, right? Sometimes I've loved you, and sometimes I've loathed you. I think that you're funny. You've got a funny turn of phrase. I think deep down, you're a lovely person. You can be the most irritating man in Britain, and I think that I think you're quite proud of that, though, deep down.
Well, that's the thing.
yes.
What do they want from a housemate?
Yes.
They want all the good stuff and all the bad stuff.
Yes.
And I've
Well,
always said
we're
Big Brother wants
Potentially-
everything from everyone.
Potentially one of the greatest housemates of all
Ever.
time.
We are
I'm just
going
saying
to,
that.
We are going to have a look at some of your defining moments in the house.
Amazing.
And we're going to kick off with your attitude, which hasn't always been good, let me tell you,
I hope you leave the swear
to
words
Big
in.
Brother. Let's have a look at this.
Marcus, is there anything that you would like to say?
Yeah, you're talking shit.
This is Big Brother.
Oh, shut the fuck up, you great big bastard.
Cram it up your scabby fat arse.
This chair is shit. Kitchen's cheap and nasty. Everything's falling to bits.
Marcus, if you could sack one of your team members, who would you sack?
You.
Yeah, piss off.
Yeah, here's some rock and roll for you. Oh, well done. My fucking tea's gone cold now, you stupid wankers. Look at that. Shoddy workmanship. Pathetic.
You must create an effigy of Big Brother using this recycling.
Well, that's easy. You could just draw a big pile of feces.
That's marvellous.
Marcus, what was your problem with Big Brother?
That was more you got. Give them a little bit of stick, aren't you? You can't just sit around and just accept everything that everyone tells you all the time.
I did feel that fat, crabby arse.
Scabby arse.
Scabby, crabby, scabby.
Yeah.
It's all bad. Was a particular low point.
Oh, I thought that was a high point.
OK. Now, listen, if you know, a lot of people were offended, actually, joking apart, a lot of people were offended by your attitude, in particular, I think, towards women. I mean, with the Big Brother men, you were one way, but with the Big Brother women, sometimes it was a bit below the belt because it just made me feel a bit uncomfortable. What would you say to that?
It's bollocks. I think what it is, though, is that because I've got these two friends and because we spend a lot of time together and I always try and do jokes to be outrageous and stuff like that, and they've just built up such an immunity to it that I've really, really got to go some. And then, obviously, when I go back to other people and that, I sort of forget that they're not at that high level that my two friends are at. And they're like, you know, they're not them two people, and I just forget.
I see what you're saying, but
spend a lot of time
I
with two
think
people.
that sometimes when you went into the diary room, you could tell when you were doing it in jest, but there were other times when you seemed like you were doing it in anger.
There is nothing that I did in the house that was serious. Not one single thing that I said to anyone.
And what about the way you treat women and things like come and sit on my knee for a can of cider type thing? No?
It was what it was. Like, everything was going to stay in the house. I mean, you must have seen all the things I said in the
What
diary
goes
room.
on in the house stays in the house.
Exactly. It's like Las Vegas.
Grace, what did you make of Marcus's attitude towards women?
Look, I got a bit creeped out around the time of Noreen. I'm going to be completely honest with you, right? Because it just felt as if you wouldn't take no for an answer with
I was
her.
bored.
Right? I know, but that's just creepy.
It was like watching a teenage relationship, because you would sulk the minute she didn't do what you wanted her to do, and you just like, that's it, I'm just going to sulk.
And it was almost a bit, it was quite, you know, because we have the advantage of seeing it from all angles, and it starts to be kind of like you were kind of controlling her and planting ideas in her head and then kind of making her feel guilty for things. I do accept that she wasn't 100% straight with you about her feelings towards you too. So it was a two-way thing. However, sometimes you need to rein it in a bit. And you can be quite aggressive sometimes, and I know it's just a joke, but I'm no angel. I've got a hot head sometimes, right? But I do say that sometimes you go a bit overboard. And then sometimes it's a bit silly, like you're just going to throw pop on the diary room chair, and that's just silly.
Throw a pop on the diary room chair? Well, let's talk about your disgusting habits. Another one of your defining moments, or few of your defining moments. Let's have a look.
I wonder how many women pretend that their husbands are me when they have sex with them.
Feels so good.
Do you not pick scabs and eat them?
Oh, no, of course you don't.
That's the gristle bit in my nose.
Oh, I didn't want to see it.
You try not to make that noise while I'm eating, Marcus.
The fucking graveyard shift.
My hands just won't keep still.
I was just wondering if it'd be possible for me to borrow my beard trimmers and the attachment as well, because I think I'll do my pubes today, please.
I wanna hold you. Run my fingers through your hair.
I was born to be the man. It's a done deal, it's done and dusted.
You the man!
None of you lot do that
You the
stuff.
man! No, but I'm
Please
telling
don't
you,
admit
if
it.
you do that with millions of people watching, what do you do when you're alone?
Exactly the same.
Well, I'm sure.
What you see is
Rub
what you get.
yourself with a green mitt when you're at home.
It's
a
not
green,
even a green mitt, it's the
one of
Brillo.
those-
It's
a green
an oven
Brillo
cleaning,
oven thing.
what's it, thing.
So what's that?
No,
you surely don't
you want
use
to
it.
get a
Feel
nice exfoliating
Feel it.
gloves.
Feel it.
Oh,
Feel
it's
it.
so soft.
Marcus, the
It's
whole
so
idea,
soft.
the whole idea of the graveyard shift is
Yeah, I mean,
But that's
why
normal. That is, sorry, I'm going to stick up for you here. You won't believe it, but I am, because men do need to remove.
Yeah, but you don't need to
I
do
know,
it when
but
you know it. The whole
it
nation
was
is
when
watching.
you made a little kit.
But what are you supposed
Yeah,
to
that's
do?
it. The graveyard shift, the kit, needs a kit. I could be like one of the other people and do it next to somebody else in bed,
Yeah.
like everyone else.
I did
mean, at
that.
the end of the time, if you total up the
It was
tallies,
funny.
I've got the lowest tallies. That was 7. 7 and a bit. Rodrigo,
Sorry,
hang on a minute.
wait. Are you counting how many times you...
You and everybody else, obviously.
No, it was yeah, well, I mean, Rodrigo was on double figures.
No.
And he did
All right,
all-
stop, let's... I don't
Next
want
to
to go
somebody
there
else
anymore.
in
Stop,
bed.
I refuse
Let's
to
not talk
believe
about
that
anymore.
about
Now let's talk about the graveyard
Are you talking
shift.
about Rodrigo?
I refuse to believe that about Rodrigo.
Stop. Anyway, listen,
Oh.
Marcus, the third thing that completely defined you, and we did mention it earlier, was Noreen. Now, she didn't fancy you. She told you she didn't fancy you. So why do you think that you thought that she fancied you?
Well, I'm not going to say.
No, just
and you
say
no,
it. Come
you
on,
should
Marcus.
sing, but
she's
like-
gone and she's gone off with Isaac and she's nowhere to be seen. So come on, just tell us.
No, well, I mean, you know, there's just little things that happen under
But like
duvets
what?
and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
but she said, no, we quizzed her about that.
Tell
and
us
she
about
said,
that.
gone. She said nothing happened. She's calling you a liar. Look, Jeremy Carr. Brilliant.
Well, I'm not going to say, but...
No,
No,
say.
it.
You might as well
Marcus,
say.
you're the irrepressible
Yeah,
dark
you're here
horse.
now,
For
so
God's
say.
sake, say it, man.
I knew that it was 99.99% that nothing was going to happen, but I was bored, so I took the 0.01%.
And?
That
what was
it.
it?
Yeah, what happened?
What was
No,
it?
that was it. I just said, you know, I was just going to carry on doing it regardless. I mean, you can't spend all that time with people and then sort of say things and, you know,
But
do
at what
things
point did you not...
and not have a
But
0.01%.
Would you say there was something going on with you and Noreen? Would you say
well,
that?
a 0.01%.
So not really.
Well, as I said, I
But
didn't
so
make any
how
secret
come
of it.
you were so upset about Siavash when really there wasn't anything going on? You were
wasn't
trying
upset.
like a trooper.
I wasn't
but
upset.
Nothing...
I was upset with the whole situation of like when new housemates come in and everyone just sort of, you know, that was the first time where I really saw how game plans were sort of affecting things and how people were just
But
being
it
friends
was
with people.
really
just...
about Siavash and Noreen.
No,
You
it
were
was
very
about,
upset about that.
No, it was about
It's all right
Siavash.
to be upset.
No, honestly, I wouldn't lie. I always had my foot in the door where I wouldn't get upset if that thing happened. I mean, obviously, I knew that I was in a house with millions of people watching. And I said, I mean, I can't remember how many times I said in the diary room, yeah, I know the consequences and I'm still going to do it anyway, just because I'm bored. You know, I couldn't have spelled it out any clearer. You know, and that's also given me an excuse to sit here now and say this, you know. You know, I was
Marcus,
bored.
you can't tell me that your whole 13 weeks was a perfectly executed and well thought out plan.
It was in the fact that I didn't have a plan. That was my game plan, not to have a game plan.
Marcus, I do quite love you. You're brilliant. Are you feeling
No,
that?
no, that's the whole thing, because I think that no matter what you do, I think that there's always just a little kind of twinkle in your eye.
Yes,
and you've got
and
a
it's
really,
nice.
And the whole concept of the irrepressible dark horse is actually
fabulous,
really amazing.
But were you
and I like your
watching
little speech about it when you were in the diary room. Do you remember that speech about live it, love it?
She
be with
remembers it.
Whatever.
Good old
Okay,
me,
you're
eh?
actually
Good
frightening
old
me now,
me.
Grace. Listen, no one... Go on.
No, I was going to say, were you sitting back watching other people very consciously playing games, do you think?
It's hard not to when you're just stuck in a room with them all the time. I think I've got like 3 times the speed of perception than anyone else.
Obviously, that goes without saying.
Listen, I want to show you something totally brilliant. No one loves Marcus the way Marcus loves Marcus. Have a look at this.
In a world governed by rules and regulations, one man knew he was different. One man knew he was destined for greater things. And that man was...
the irrepressible dark horse.
Displaying feats of unrivaled superhuman abilities.
I reckon that I can pick up every girl in this house at the same time.
I think that I could pretty much eat a brick and my stomach acid would dissolve it.
If I can't do it, then it can't be done. The strong men and women must pull a truck weighing approximately 4 tons. That's nothing. I could do that with my belly.
What?
An unparalleled intellect.
I wonder how much tea you would have to drink to turn into tea.
I haven't learned to cook because I'm pretty sure that I could be a good cook if I learned.
Laughing in the face of danger.
I'm the yardstick by which all others are measured. I did a thing at karate where you have to fight 100 people like in a row. It took like 4 hours and 20 minutes. When I finished, I'd gone through so many layers of skin on my feet that I kid you not, there was almost bones coming through.
And fighting adversaries.
He's always gone into a situation with ammunition on. That ammunition doesn't work if someone's bulletproof.
To lead the resistance.
Give us a fucking party, please. Big Brother will not be providing housemates with any alcohol this evening.
This summer, there can be only one action hero. The irrepressible dark horse.
It's absolute fucking poppycock.
Awesome. Marcus. Go on, Grace.
Marcus. Just because you look a bit like Wolverine,
He looks like
you're
me.
not actually him.
No, you're not.
He looks
You're
like
not.
me.
In fact, you're a window fitter.
He looks like me.
That lives with his mum.
Who lives with his mum.
Yeah, let's not forget that.
And
who will be
but
in
that's
handcuffs
good,
as a
that's
baddie?
a
But
lovely
listen,
thing, but... Sorry.
Marcus, what do you... Firstly, I need to ask you, can you really pull a 4-ton truck with your willy?
I'll give it a good go.
And the feet thing, that's not true, is it? Not to the bone.
Well, I said almost to the bone.
Yeah, which is not really to the bone at all. Not even
Well, I
cut,
said
really,
almost.
was it?
I kid you not, that was walking like...
Marcus.
Walking on lava mixed with broken glass.
I've told you a million times, don't exaggerate. Right, Grace, where can Marcus go from here?
Look, I know I might have been a little bit harsh with you, but it's for your own good. And I really think that, despite everything, you're probably one of the only people in there who's got a career in front of you on
In
TV.
what?
I could just imagine you, like, presenting Robot Wars or something like that, that kind of thing. However, all that type of thing, or a martial arts show, but you've got to rein your temper in.
Or Robot Wars.
Robot Wars?
So see him do
Baddie
something.
in a panto, as I just said. Yeah,
You'll
baddie
make
in a
a
panto.
fortune
You'll make
in
a
the
fortune
panto.
doing
You
that.
can't start swearing at everybody and shouting and screaming and, like...
No, I actually really,
Andy
really
hasn't
can.
sworn since he was 12. You've got to stop the potty mouth. Listen, Marcus, you are the irrepressible dark horse. You have been a stonkingly good housemate.
Yes,
Thank
I
you so
have.
much.
You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Marcus!
I'm enjoying it immensely. I'm looking forward to all what you've got planned and everything like that.
We love Marcus. Yeah, Marcus all the way.
Nice one.
He's a very lovely guy. He's one of the closest people in the house to me. I knight you, Marcus, the idiot.
They haven't got anyone moronically stupid in it, have they?
My mental age is about 15. Here's some rock and roll for you. Wow.
Would you say you're the tip man?
I don't think I am.
That is the talk of just an idiot.
I get to see the girls then?
Yeah.
Tits are looking fine.
Yeah, what am I going to say about them?
Gonna have a bowl of that.
Good girl. Last thing I want in here is a relationship.
I can sit around all day, or I can chase around a beautiful woman. You probably could do a good scene too as well. What do you like, sex?
Not with you.
It's just getting to be a bit of a like cock-blocking feeding frenzy out there. There's only one thing to do in this situation: the fucking graveyard shift.
Me and s10e86b kissed.
Well, you fucked it all up now, haven't you?
Couldn't care less if you were sleeping on a mattress made of cigarettes.
Minge bag. Well, I think you're a fucking pathetic, fat whinging. What are you going to say about that? You're going to say nothing, so deal with that.
You aided and abetted Kenneth. You must therefore proceed directly to jail.
Oh, don't you dare!
Marcus, the prison was made specially for you.
Get you a good TV somewhere else.
Hello, my name be Alphonse. I'm a freaking idiot.
I'm just the X Factor in the house.
I'm Marcus's mummy.
Oh, minge bag. I've just come in this house just to be me and to do my thing, and what you see is what you get. I am the irrepressible dark horse. Film it, listen to it, live it and love it. All the fucking best, Marcus.
That is the end of Marcus, but not for long, as the Inquisition continues with me over at Big Mouth on E4 straight after this. Join me here on Tuesday for the final eviction of the series at 8 o'clock. Tuesday. Good night.
The show must go on.
6 days.
Inside my heart is breaking.
Oh yeah, true.
Two people.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, max up. Could be 5 or less for 2 of us. Sounds rocking and rolling. When do the public start voting?
No, after the show.
After this one.